Good evening, all of you. Most reverend fathers, most reverend sisters. Every time I would be on that side and fathers and sisters would be speaking. And every time we be here, the targeted audience are different. I don't know how am I going to perform in front of you all. So, any excuses? I humbly ask pardon and apology. Before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Alistair Bernard Lopez. I'm working as accounts officer and enforcement officer at our regional office, Employees Provident Fund Organization, Goa. And with me, there is Mahavir sir, whose expertise in computers applications. He is working as DPA. And all the system related issues are sorted out even at the HO level by Mr. Mahavir. एक चेयर ले लीजिए ना. So we are today over here to explain you. I can shortlist into three aspects. One is Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act of 1952, EPF and MP Act. You might have heard about it. Like most of the institutions have the aided employees, and GPF and triple benefit schemes are applicable to them. Likewise, there is an act called Employees Provident Funds and Miscellaneous Provisions Act of 1952, which is applicable to the aided institutions, in specific to the employees who are working on contractual basis or lecture based teachers or sweepers who are not getting the benefits of this GPF, NPS and other things. Okay, so I don't know how, I had asked the data from Sister Clarina as to how many contractual employees are in reality working with the establishment. Because our act, it's a central act which is monitored and administered by the Employees Provident Fund Organization, which is applicable to all the institutions, whether aided or unaided, but in specific to the contractual employees who have not been extended with the GPF and NPS and other benefits. Under this scheme of EPF, Provident Fund Act, there are three schemes. One is Provident Fund, Pension and Insurance Scheme. Okay, there are three schemes which are under this Provident Fund Act. So briefly let me explain what are the benefits of these three schemes. Provident Fund is as good as like normal Provident Fund, how it is. Certain portion or 12% is deducted from the salary of the employees. That 12% is deposited with me. The employer or the management has to contribute their own share of 12%. 1% would be administrative charges and EDLI charges, insurance, which will be deposited by me. If I illustrate it in this manner, suppose an employee is drawing a wages or a salary of rupees 10,000. So out of that 10,000, you will have to deduct 1200 rupees. 1200 rupees plus management has to contribute 1200 rupees. And along with the EDLI and ADM charges, administrative charges, 100 rupees will have to be deposited to the EPFO, Employees Provident Fund Organization. Okay? So 2500 will come to the department, to the EPF department, in respect of that single person whose wages are 10,000 rupees. This much is clear. Everybody are drawing wages, contractual employees. I am not speaking anything about aided employees. Okay? Some contractual employees are there. One person is getting 10,000 rupees. You are deducting 1200 rupees. You are contributing 1200 rupees. 100 is the administrative and EDLI charges depositing with the department. Out of this 1200, what is deducted is straight away going to his PF account, Provident Fund account. And out of the management's 1200 rupees, 833 goes to pension account, 367 goes again to his PF account. So that means under his Provident Fund account, 1567 gets accumulated. Okay? So when he retires or when he leaves the job or when he is in need in the sense for construction of house, when he is sick, illness, for marriage purpose, for various other occasions like higher education of children, children's marriage. So likewise certain criteria are there wherein he can get back that 1567 rupees what is deposited with us. Okay? So this is plainly, everybody are aware what is PF, Provident Fund. Out of that 833 what goes to pension fund, that amount will be retained by the department, that will not be given back to him. And if at all any person he comes for work and any mishap happens and if he dies, even with the service of 1 month or 15 days even, the family will get pension. That pension would be if the wages are 6,500. Okay, I'm just telling you the proportion. If the wages are 6,500, the beneficiary will get the pension of 2,051 rupees, 2051. If the wages are 15,000 rupees, the beneficiary will get 2,907 rupees pension. And 2 children at a time will get pension. So up to the age of, anybody can guess like for how many years we give pension to children?
Till 18?
18, yeah. General tendency is up to 18 years we give. But from Provident Fund department, we give pension up to 25 years of age. And for 2 children, we give the pension. So if a member dies while in work or away from work also, even for 15 days or 1 month contribution, we pay him. We pay the beneficiary and 2 children to the extent of 2,900 if 15,000, 6,500 wages, 2,051 rupees, along with 25% of the widow pension or widower pension. This is called widower pension. So in case of 2051, 513 will be paid as children pension, another 513 will be paid as children pension. So 2 children at a time will get pension. Suppose there are 4 children. Then the first and the second children will get pension. First child attains the age of 25 years, then second and third. Second children attains the age of 25 years, third and fourth. Third children attains the age of 25 years, fourth children will get pension. His pension will continue. And until the fourth child attains the age of 25 years, they will be getting the pension. So this is one scheme. So what about if death does not occur? He is working fine, he is contributing. Every month he is contributing 833 to the pension fund, 1567, that is 1200 plus 367 to PF, and he is working. Suppose he completes 10 years of service. The minimum service criteria for getting member pensions or self pension is 10 years. If he completes that 10 years of service criteria and attains the age of 50 or 58 years, 2 aspects are there. At the age of 50 also he is eligible, but for reduced pension. At the age of 58 he will get superannuated or full pension. He will be eligible for self pension as well. Suppose the same employee who is working, he works for 10 years and every month his pension contribution is getting deducted, PF is getting contributed to us. If 10 years of service is completed and he attains the age of 58 years, that person will also be eligible for self pension. So this is about PF, then pension. One more scheme which is inclusive in this EPF Act is EDLI, which is called Employees Deposit Linked Insurance Scheme. What is this EDLI? If a person on duty, on work, if he expires, he meets with an accident or for any cause of death is irrelevant for us. If he dies while in service, the beneficiary will get an amount to the max of 7 lakh rupees. For that insurance, there is no criteria of like he being healthy. First we check his medical fitness or whether he is fit to work or not. So all those things are not there. You cover him within a span of like 1 year, he dies, the beneficiary will get the insurance amount to the extent of 7 lakh rupees. For that, we do not charge even a single rupee premium from the employees. So this is a central act, okay? It is a central government's act. EPF and MP Act is the central government's act which is applicable to all the institutions to the extent of those contractual employees who are not getting the benefit of GPF and NPS. This is the thing. So I just want to tell you about my department. This is the statutory organization under the Ministry of Labour and Employment. Okay, there are totally 21 zonal offices, 150 regional offices. Our Goa is also having one regional office. In Karnataka, there are around 20 regional offices. In Hubli, Gulbarga, Bangalore, there are around 9 regional offices. Likewise, all over country we have 150 regional offices, 114 district offices. Total corpus that we have is to the tune of 28.02 lakh crores. The PF amount that you deposit with us, no? We have the corpus of around 28.02 lakh crores. And we have settled the claim to the tune of 6.02 crore. 6.02 crores claims are settled to the extent of 2.41 lakh crores rupees. This was for the previous financial year. So this is about Provident Fund as an organization. It's a central government organization. Okay. Next slide. I have told you about these 3 schemes. The only condition for the EDLI is death should be while in service only. So many establishments or many employers, they get confused, especially our Christian religious institutions. Okay, because where our thinking stops, the clerks start thinking beyond that point. Okay, what had happened? I can give you one example. When I was in Hubli, there was one school, taking name would not be appropriate. Somebody expired. Okay, the teachers, she was teaching in a school. The teacher's salary was around 15,000 something, and she had worked for 24 years. She was suffering from cancer, and she was like bedridden for around 6 to 7 months. Okay? She had never resigned. The school had also not thrown her or terminated her service. Salary was not paid, so obviously the Provident Fund contribution was also not paid. Okay? This was the case. What had happened? The form, for that insurance form, it asks one simple question: whether the employee had died while in service. Yes or no, we have to mention. There are the options also given in that form. The clerk had written no. Okay, that means she had not died while in service. It was her understanding. And I was the accounts officer to settle that claim. The claim had come to me, and it was put up in such a way by our dealing assistant that they should not get that amount, because they themselves are clarifying that the teacher had not died while in service. But what I said, let us not settle like this, because once we enter that date, the date is locked. The reason is also locked. Okay, then it would be very difficult for the department to alter that, overcome that what we have already given. So we have sought the clarification stating that she had worked for 24 years and all these days you have not given her salary, but just confirm whether she had died while in service or not. They are writing again and saying that no, she had not died while in service. If at all this happens, suppose an employee works and suddenly he fell sick, or due to any reason he is not turning to work again. He is sick, he goes back to his hometown and takes another 1 month, 2 months, 3 months leave. But that also does not construe that it is away from service. If sufficient grounds are there, he has applied for leave, you have approved her leave, it will be construed as while in service, and they are also eligible for the insurance amount. So these are the 3 schemes I have briefly explained. Provident Fund means 10,000 ka 12% getting deducted from his wages. You are contributing 1200. Out of that, 367 is contributed to PF. 833 is contributed to pension. And EDLI is while in service. If he dies, if he expires, they will get the benefit. This is the 3 major schemes administered by the EPFO. Next. Okay, many institutions may have the question that how it is applicable. Ours is an aided institutions. Okay, we do not have, we get grants from government. Okay, how it is applicable? Ours is as good as government schools. If it is aided also, it is as good as government schools. So if we see that applicability clause under section 16 of EPF and MP Act, it says the act is applicable. Act is not applicable to certain institutions, but next slide. But for the reason, you can read B, to any other establishment belonging to or under the control of the central government or a state government and whose employees are entitled to the benefits of contributory provident fund or old age pension in accordance with any scheme or rule framed by the central or the state government. So, act is not applicable to certain establishments, that is correct. But in specific, not applicable to whom? To the persons who are eligible for the benefit of contributory provident fund, GPF, and pensionary benefits, okay, NPS. To such contractual employees, the act is not applicable. To rest of the employees who are not getting either GPF or NPS, this act is applicable. Okay, so what are the role of all the aided institutions or any other schools or any other institutions? They should ensure that all the contractual employees under their ambit who all are working must be enrolled. Those contractual employees must invariably enrolled into Employees Provident Fund and Miscellaneous Provisions Act. Okay, they should ensure, if at all you have certain set of contractors, like for example many hospitals or many religious institutions, they have given the security contract to the security agency. In the schools as well I have seen, okay, some intelligence security, Eagle Security Force, many good names are there, okay. They have given the contract to those security agencies, but it is again the responsibility of the principal employer. Like you have given the contract, you become the principal employer and he became your contractor. The employee who is working under him, it is like you have got the responsibility to ensure social security benefit to him. So if at all anybody comes for inspection, you should not say that no, we have given the contract, you ask him. No, you are the principal employer and it is your lookout to and ensure to through him also, okay, through your contractor also, you ensure that he has been enrolled into the Provident Fund Act, he has been given PF and all other social security benefit. Next. Recently on 13/11/2025, the government of Goa has issued one gazette notification. Okay, what it says? It says that all the contractual employees, I'll share the PDF again. I'll share the PDF to Father Agnel also to circulate it in the group. It says that it is enjoined upon all the head of the departments, corporation, autonomous bodies, public sector units to enroll their contract employees who have joined the organization on 1st July 2017. Okay, I'll briefly explain what are the things karke. Recently in November 2025, we have issued, because many schools, many institutions are there who have not enrolled their contract employees till date. And it is not the thing that from this date onwards you do it. Okay, because Act is already applicable to the establishment, wherein you were supposed to enroll all your contractual employees. I'll give you one example. There is one society of education over here, okay, against which we have filed one case and the matter is pending in our office. The regional commissioner is the assessing authority, and for 10 years we have, just for 10 years in respect of certain employees, we have assessed the dues to the tune of around 5 crores. Okay, they were denying that Act is not applicable to us, and we insisted that no, Act is applicable to your establishment. Finally, we had assessed, they have gone to court had remanded back the matter to us again. Again, we have assessed the dues to the tune of around 5 to 6 crores. That is only for small span. Okay, so what happens? The Act is applicable to your institutions. From when? Even if one employee has been deployed in your establishment and you have not paid, you are supposed to pay his PF from his respective date of joining. Suppose, for calculation purpose, I say that suppose an employee has joined in 2020, Okay, let us take one example. In 2020, one employee had joined. You had not given him PF. So what is your liability? Your liability would be, suppose if his salary is 10,000 rupees, your liability is 2,500 for that 10,000 per month. 12% plus 12% plus 1%. So 25% of 10,000 is 2,500. 2,500 into 12 months, it is 30,000 rupees. 30,000 into these 6 years, up till now, it is how much? 1,80,000 rupees. For this 1,80,000, since you had not remitted the dues in time, it is not like when you want you will remit. No, you are supposed to remit that during 2020 itself, respective months of 2020s, respective months of 2021s, 22s, like that. But when you are remitting it in 2026. So we will charge you penalty on that. Penalty plus interest would be 37% per annum. So if you were supposed to remit 1 lakh rupees, we will make you remit 1,37,000 because 37,000 is the penalty and interest. For 1,80,000 for these 5 years, the penalty would go beyond say 6 lakh rupees something. So let us take for calculation purpose around 7 lakh is the liability. Okay. Now the Provident Fund department through Government of India has introduced launched one scheme which sister was saying. It is employees enrollment campaign, and this is what employees enrollment campaign the Goa government has issued one notification because Goa government schools and other institutions were also having contract employees and they had not enrolled them into PF. So they have issued one separate circular for Goa board, Goa state. From education department also you might have received certain correspondences that to extend Provident Fund benefits to all eligible employees or the contractual employees. So what it says, under employees enrollment campaign, if you declare that I have around 10 employees, I have around 5 employees, for one employee your liability is 7 lakh rupees. Okay, for 10 employees your liability would be 70 lakh rupees. Multiply it by 10. 100 of employees you multiply again, it will go beyond. Okay? So what government has said, ki, let us make them aware about this scheme that social security benefit has to be extended to all the employees, all the eligible employees. Let no employee without any social security benefit exist. If he is working in your institution, social security benefit has to be given to him. Either by GPF or by NPS or through, if not these two, definitely by EPF. Okay. So under this scheme what it says, if at all you have not deducted the employee share, that means 10,000 ka 12%, you have not deducted, right? Nobody might have deducted and kept with them because it is a criminal breach of trust under IPC 406 and 409. So nobody has deducted. So if you have not deducted, no need to pay that amount. But employer share, yes, of course you will have to pay. So where your liability was 10,000 ka 2,500, straight away 1,200 will be waived off. These are all the things which have been given by the state government, and CM has also announced to give social security benefit to all the eligible employees, contractual employees. Next to EC ka jo. In that, what is the matter? You don't have to, notification nahi hai. You don't have to pay the 12% what is being deducted from the employee's salary. If it is not deducted, no need to pay. So 12% is straight away reduced. Then interest, no need to pay penalty. Okay, penalty would be only 100 rupees charge. Notional penalty of 100 rupees will be charged to per establishment. So what I was speaking about 37%, right? So that is only 100 rupees it will be charged. So for example, in financial terms, if I will give you, if 10,000 is the salary, 12% is 1,200 plus employer share is 1,200, 100 rupees is the ADM charges. 2,500 was your liability for 1 month. For 10 months, for 12 months it is 30,000 rupees. So that 30,000 will become only 13,000 rupees. Because that 12,000 what is there, 12% of 10,000 is completely waived off. No need to pay. Only 100 rupees will be charged as a notional penalty. You got my point, no? It is clear. And interest will be paid, interest will be charged on that 12% of employer share of EPF contributions only. What you were supposed to pay, that has to be paid, and 12% interest, simple interest will be charged on that. So drastically what we have calculated and seen, if the liability is around 7 lakh rupees for one employee, it will get reduced to the extent of around 1 lakh 50 to 2 lakh rupees only. So this is one golden opportunity, but this opportunity has a limited time. Okay, sister was saying that March 31st. Okay, it is the time for you to complete all the process. The process is online. You will have to declare that I have around 10 employees, I have around 12 employees. If you come to our office, no, you can see that so many government employers, the head of the institutions, the schools, the colleges, polytechnic, architecture, everyone are sitting in our office for this particular thing. What is the process? Now, Diocesan Society of Education has also issued one circular or a letter to all the schools. Okay, this is the letter that has been issued by Father Jesus, I guess. Okay, wherein he says that we now have an opportunity to voluntarily enroll contractual, part-time, temporary employees and all other employees under Employees Provident Fund Act who joined services during the period between 1/7/2017 to 31st October 2025 and not covered under GPF and NPF. This is what I have been explaining you. So this is one golden opportunity for all the establishments to regularize their illegalities. Sister had given a very beautiful example that somebody out of ignorance jumps from the building. It is blissful until he touches the ground. So ignorance was there. There is a provision now to legalize everything. No need for you to pay damages, huge damages. It is just 100 rupees damages that you will have to pay. Then as a religious, we are doing it is our moral responsibility as well to ensure social security benefit which our poor employees are deserving. Okay, it is not out of charity that we will be doing, but it is out of statute or out of compliance or out of the law of the land. We will have to do it. And this is one golden opportunity for everyone that we make use of this employees enrollment campaign and enroll all the employees, all the contractual employees. Because if you do not enroll now, and suppose after that it will be like very strict, I can say actions will start. Because along with employees enrollment campaign, there is another scheme called Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana. I just want you to make a note of it. PMVBRY EPFO, PMVBRY EPFO and EEC EPFO. These are the two separate keywords that it's a homework for you all, that you just Google these two things and prepare a just for your understanding what it speaks all about. Under Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana, there are two parts, Part A and Part B. Okay, Part A is for employees and Part B is for employers. Employers or the managements in your case. Okay, what it says, suppose if your employment strength is 20, now nobody is covered over here. If the employment strength is 20 and any number above 20, minimum is 2. That means if you add 2 more employees to it, minimum 2 you have to add. For those 2 employees, you will get an amount of rupees 3,000 rupees per month per employee. Suppose anybody is having around 20 employees and they deploy 10 more employees, 30 employees. For those 10 employees, you will be getting 3,000 rupees per month per employee. That means 3 into 10 employees, 3,000 into 10 employees, 30,000 per month you will get from the government. And that is for 2 years you will get, provided he should be in employment, and he should be in employment for a minimum period of 6 months. Only then you will get. The amount will get distributed once in 6 months. Suppose 10 employees join over here who are eligible under PMEBRY scheme. Out of those 10 employees, 5 employees leave at the very 5th month. For those 5 employees, you will not get the benefit. But for the remaining 5 employees, those who have completed that span of 6 months, at the end of the 6 months, you will get 5 into 3, 15,000 rupees you will get credited into your account. That will be open for 2 years. For manufacturing sector, which is not applicable to this set of organization, it is for 4 years. So this is what Government of India is giving you all as an incentive. And whatever, see, many times now I have attended the seminar of MSME as well. Like they say that this is the scheme, that is the scheme, this scheme, like that. And those all things will be real, but lot of procedures will be there to claim that, to get that incentive in reality. Okay, but I can give you guarantee about these two schemes, for which you don't have to fill up any forms or apply through some offices or anything. It is all online, and the simple mechanism is as such that you will have to take one coverage. I guess most of the employees of your institutions are having NPS. NPS is there, no? Yeah. So it works on the similar parallel line of NPS. How? The DDO is issued with one login credential. Your establishment login credentials are there. Okay? The individual employees are allotted with PRAN numbers. Correct? PRAN number is allotted. From their salary, you deduct certain portion. Management contributes. You prepare one text file and upload it in the NPS. The employee will get the amount, the statement or the message stating that from so and so this thing against your PRAN, so much amount has been credited and total amount is this much. Our act also, EPF and MP Act also works on the similar line. It is as simple as NPS. First you will have to create one login credential of EPF. Okay, that is also again online procedure only. We will help you out. Mahavir sir is also there. We will help you out to create that. After that, you will have to create universal account numbers of your respective employees. Okay? So establishment has one login credential. Your employees will have the UN number. Those UN number will be independent. Like I can create my own UN. You all can create your own UN. Those UN will have to be linked to your login credentials, your establishment. It is also online. Thereafter, one text file has to be generated, which would be of your salaries part, like 10,000 for this particular month, salary was 10,000. For this particular month, the salary was 15,000. For this particular month, she was absent and the salary was 0. Generally, in the month of May and June, you might not have disbursed salary, so that would be 0. So all those things will come in that particular format of text. That text file, when you upload, the particular employee will also get message stating that your establishment has remitted this much amount and it is been credited into the individual account. So this is about the scheme and how to be working on. So the gist of today's presentation would be the benefits of EPF and MP Act. What are the benefits? I have told you. Provident Fund, it's a central act. Whatever you deduct, whatever you remit, contribute will come to the department at his time of need. Maybe for purchase of site, construction of house, his illness, his sickness, his wife's illness, for self-marriage, for children's marriage, for children's education. So purposes are there for which we give back that amount. When he retires, we give back the complete amount to him. If he completes 10 years of service with 50 and 58 years of age, he will be eligible for his pension. 10 years of service is a minimum criteria. 50 or 58 years of age is the minimum criteria. He will get pension. Suppose he works and works only for even for 30 days or 6 months or 7 months and suddenly expires, the beneficiaries will get pension from the department. If he is working and suddenly he expires, the beneficiary are insured to the extent of 7 lakhs rupees, for which no single premium is being deducted from the employee's salary. Okay, then it is a statute that you need to statutorily comply in respect of your contractual employees. But since you have not complied, there is one legal way to do it now. The scheme is open for a very small period of time. Under that only you will have to complete the process, including your login credentials, generation of UINs to your respective employees, uploading the text file and making their payments. Okay, very limited time is there. And when you do that, the government will incentivize to the extent of 3,000 rupees per month, provided the minimum employment strength is 20 and above 20 minimum 2 are added. So this is the thing. Now over to you if you have any questions. You have got any questions?
So what happens if the employees are less than 20?
For your establishment, that 20 ka criteria will not applicable, because you all are part of, what is my understanding, you all are part of one society, Archdiocesan Board of Education. Okay, so if the society's overall strength is more than 20, even if you have 1 employee or 2 employees, definitely you are enrollable.
So the society will have to have the user ID and all that stuff?
That depends, like either ways it can be done. Okay, but what happens, our system is as such that if the society takes the code number, even if one school has not filed the return of rest of the schools will be held up. It is like that. So what other societies or other trusts of, like we have almost all the institutions covered. You name any schools, it is covered under PF. You take Sharda Mandir, or you take Gera's Emporium schools, or you take any Sunshine, everyone. Only our religious schools are left out. I don't know why. Okay? So what they have done, they have taken the code number. The societies have taken the code number. The schools have taken the independent code number. They are complying in respect of their own schools. Because what happens, you are giving them the salary. You have control of the employees. You can make the deductions, you remit, finish. NPS you are doing individually or society is doing? Individual institutions. Yeah, that is like administratively it is convenient also. So one institutions, they can take one code number and comply. Any questions?
In Goa, the schools are given the teachers on contract basis.
Yes, sir.
And quite often what happens from the month of June till April, till the end of the academic year. And the following year, somebody else comes in, because the same teacher need not be.
Definitely.
So in that 1 year, just it's for 1 year it happens. So all the process that we follow during that 1 year too.
See, the process is very simple. You have to take the code number, that is one time. Okay? You have to generate the UIN, that is also one time. Suppose you link that employee, suppose she joins, I'll take the illustration as such that she joins or the teacher joins on 1st June of 2025. You take her in by how you add the employees in NPS. You give her or give them the date of joining. Okay? When they leave in the month of, not definitely that they leave in April. Even if they work for 2 months and they leave, you just have to mark exit, that's all. The chapter is closed. Anybody joins, then you will have to take them again. Okay, the process is very simple for the employee. Now what you are asking, no, I have told you all the procedure, like you will have to take the code number, you will have to generate the UINs, you will have to upload the text file, all those things. Okay, but with regard to employee, what you are asking, no, suppose they join, one module is there wherein you will have to put their joining, so and so UN number, so and so name, their Aadhaar number and the joining date. You put start remitting 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. She left in the same profile, member profile, that login. You put the UN number, the name and everything will appear. Just you need to tick on mark exit, put the date of exit, save it. That's it. It will go. It's simple.
The same one joins in some other institution?
Yeah, there they will have to do. Same. She will be already having the UN. So generation of UN will also not to be done. Okay, she was working for St. Teresa School. She left there on say 31st December 2025. You mark the date as 31st December 2025. She joins St. Andrews. Okay, there she joins at 2nd January 2026. They will take her in on 2nd January. All these PF accumulations, whatever is there, no, it is centrally. That everything will get automatically transferred to this new thing.
What is the wage ceiling?
Wage ceiling is 15,000 rupees. So up to 15,000 rupees you will have to remit. That would be your liability. Suppose they are drawing the wages of around 50,000 or 60,000 or even a 1 lakh rupees or 20,000 rupees, whatever. Your liability is to the extent of 15,000, 15. Okay, the procedure is very simple, that you will have to take online code number. Okay, then generation of universal account number also is very simple. It is also online process. You will have to download one app, and even on one app 10 numbers can be generated, or 20 or whatever. Okay, that everything is online. There is no application as such that you will have to write and give it to our office and this, that, no, nothing. It is online only. No, there is no criteria as such that there is some probation period or training or anything. The employee has to be enrolled from his respective date of joining itself. One day. On the day he joins, he has to be enrolled. There is nothing, sister, that after say 6 months I will first see your performance. If you are regular, if you are punctual, if you teach well, only then. You are giving him salary, you will have to pay PF. Father.
What have you to say about the domestic staff that we have in our religious houses? Anything to be done on this awareness?
See, what would be my suggestion is, it is a beneficial piece of legislation, okay, which is being extended for the betterment of your own employees. But also there is one financial glitch into it involved, and that is also to the extent of 25% of your total salary that you are paying. 12% has to be deducted from her, 12% you will have to contribute along with 1% of EDLI and ADM charges. Now it is up to you to decide, because what happens, if anything happens, we will take care of them. We will give them pension, we will give them 7 lakh rupees, this, that and all. Okay. Now, if legally you will ask me whether they are enrollable or not enrollable, morally, yes, of course, I will also say, you would also feel like, yes, let us enroll them. But legally, if at all I have to insist, then I will have to see how to make you fit into our criteria. Okay, what is these religious institutions do? If you ask for the hospitals, if you ask for the schools, I can boldly say, Father, these are all coverable and you will have to definitely give. But your religious institutions like convent, what is my understanding? Okay, some community is there, some around 20 to 25 sisters, old age sisters are also staying over there. You have got 1 cook or 2 cooks. For them, even I am not, I will have to see the setup from which account you are paying them salary. Okay, how is the income of that particular community? All those things will have to be seen. But of course, that saying that will come only if you want to avoid the liability. When you don't want to give. Of course, if you want to give, then these questions should not arise. You can extend to them also. Yeah.
If this has not been paid till now, from which year is it to be started? 17 or even before that it has to be taken into account even before that?
Actually, this scheme, what is there in place right now, it starts from 1st July 2017 and ends up to 31st October 2025. These are the two dates which are there inscribed in the Gazette notification. Then there are certain conditions to it. If at all we are having one inquiry against you for the assessment of these dues, your establishment will not be eligible. Okay. Suppose if at all any complaints are going on, somebody from your school has given a complaint stating that I am working in so and so school since so much of days, but they have not extended the Provident Fund benefits for which I deserve, then also you will not be made eligible. Okay? So these two things are there. Now, I will not confidently say that you start from this particular date or that particular date, because when I come for inspection and make you produce all the documents, it would be you who has to justify that no, he has joined for this particular date. Right now there is no need or anything like that. So you will have to decide. Okay, indirectly what I want to say is, suppose there is no complaint or anything as such. Okay, and if he sits in this bracket, you start from his very date of joining. Suppose you want to enroll them also who have joined prior to 2017. You enroll them from July 2017 onwards. Okay, stating that they have joined in this particular date. But if they complain, sir, I had joined in 2012 or I had joined in 2014, if they complain, then the problem will definitely be there.
What I'm saying is that in Goa there are a lot of vocational streams wherein the teachers have been employed in the vocational streams in the higher secondary level.
Okay.
And they have been continued for many years as on contract basis.
Okay.
And they have not been given the permanent post as that. And they are fighting a case even in the court, sort of.
Okay.
So that way it's going on for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So some of the teachers in the higher secondaries, in the vocational stream especially, they have been employed much before 17 and they are there. So it's a question as to, as you said, when
if the matter is sub judice, okay, now they fall in that second category when they are already agitating, and definitely if you start from some later date, no, they will agitate in front of our own organization, our own office as well. So definitely it would be no.
I think they have filed a petition, but I'm not very sure. But then they are asking for the permanent post for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
With the NEP coming in, it's even a big question whether they will be able to continue also.
Yes.
There are a lot of things involved in it.
Yeah. So in that case, no. Okay, suppose somebody has joined in 2012, legibly they are working. Okay, they don't fit into this scheme. But if you start calculating their liability from 2012 onwards, it's a huge amount for you as well. So you sit together and say that let us start from 2017. He also does not complain or agitate, then it works fine. But somebody is agitating and then you say that he has joined in July 2017, definitely they will complain.
No, it's not one issue, I'm just talking in general, the whole of
Yes.
Goa.
Yes.
The whole of Goa, the vocational stream staff, they have been agitating quite a bit because they have not been made permanent for a long time.
But when they had joined, prior to 2017 itself?
There are quite a few institutions.
But if they have joined after 2017, like you have got all chance to enroll them from 2017. The only condition is they should be on date working with you. Okay, that is also one condition. The declaration cannot be made for the employees who have already left or already died. They should be working with you. You can legally enroll them. Even they are like agitating, they have filed the case, but still they are on job. And they have joined between these two brackets of July 2017 and 31st October 2025. You can boldly enroll them. They cannot do anything. Even if they file a complaint also, we will say that no, legally they are eligible for this and they have done. There was no inquiry or there was no previous complaint. After they do and you complain, we will not entertain. It is legally that they have enrolled and it is fine. We will not take any action against the establishment. Further.
When we speak about employees, is it government aided employees? Yes.
No.
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 Could be anybody.
Yes.
Just a question like is coming to my mind. Most of the religious schools have not updated, as you said also, regarding PF.
Yeah.
Is it a serious problem?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Serious problem.
Yes. Because, see, Provident Fund Act is applicable to your schools. Okay? If not individually, but as a diocese, as an Archdiocesan Board of Education, you all are part of Archdiocesan Board of Education. So that 20 wala clause which is applicable for the individual establishment in case other than the ones registered under one society, that is not applicable to your schools. And also I have clarified why it is like Act is not applicable to certain establishment by virtue of section 16 of PF Act, because you have got contractual employees who are not getting the GPF or NPS and other social security benefit. So Act is applicable to your establishment. Now coming to the legal part, what happens? Government is, I had recently gone through a reel wherein they were saying that the police are standing at the Pororim flyover is there, the other end of the flyover, where on that flyover, on that Atal Setu flyover, the bikers are not supposed to ride. Police are standing other side and they are catch holding the bikers. So what is required, that let the police stand over this side and make the bikers stop going, no? So now we are asking you to legalize the thing from this. And also we are encouraging you through a monetary incentive as well. 3,000 rupees per month per employee. Okay. So where is the financial problem, or I cannot pay, I have some this thing, because your liability is for 10,000 or even for the wage ceiling of 15,000, your liability is 1,800 rupees, 1,800. Government is giving you 3,000. Now you cannot say that I am not in a position to remit also, because government is giving legally. So है तो थोड़ा निकालिए गैजेट नोटिफिकेशन हमारे ऑफिस का. Government is saying that if you declare under EC, still you will also be eligible for Pradhan Mantri Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana. So when these schemes are there, okay, we are charging you only 100 rupees notional penalty and making you feel that we are with you, you just enroll. See, we are not from LIC or some SIP or some distributors of mutual funds and all. Okay, that if you enroll, we will get something, or if you don't enroll, we will lose. No, it is not. We both are central government employees. Okay, working under Ministry of Labour and Employment. But if you enroll, you are like statutorily complying the law of land. Also, there is a moral responsibility to give social security benefit. Anything happens, we will take care of their family. So that moderation is also out now. So what is hindering you, or what is the obstacle for you not to enroll? So government is thinking like that, and still if you don't enroll, now how father said, like legally how bad it would be. It would be as such that we will visit the establishment, verify all the records of the establishment of those employees. It is very simple, like neatly you will be maintained their wage register and other things. We will calculate the dues and we will levy you along with the damages and interest and make you remit that. If you don't remit also, we directly attach the bank account and take the amount. It is like that.
As far as I understand, that our schools and institution comes under minority quota. So is there any government schemes which has in favor of under minority quota, according to your?
See, this benefit what we are giving is to all, including the minority quota. Okay, the employee is eligible. You are supposed to deduct and remit, which is not been done. We are waiving off that part. Your part, of course, we are making you pay. We are charging you 100 rupees penalty. So it is as good as you are remitting from that. Whatever has happened, and we are remitting. Of course, we are also adding to that and giving you 3,000 rupees per month per employee. So this is applicable to all, not only special any other incentive other than this to minority quota is not there. Like it is applicable to all the establishments. Sister was asking something.
Yeah, sir, this scheme, Pradhan Mantri,
Viksit Bharat Rozgar Yojana.
it's only for 2 years. no?
It is only for 2 years,
What
yes.
happens to-
Afterwards the scheme gets closed. Prior to that we had ABRY, Atmanirbhar Bharat Rozgar Yojana. Okay, in that what was there? If you enroll anyone, okay, no need to pay the employee share as well as the employer share also. Just enroll. Both the share we will remit. That scheme was also there. So for the institutions which say that no, I have some financial problem, this, that, certain schemes will be there. Only thing you should be made aware about it, and in actual you take those schemes. Father was asking some questions.
Yeah, I was saying about, since we are aware that most of the religious houses, congregations have not done that PF.
Yes, Father.
We don't know the reasons why. If the congregation comes to you, would you help them to do the process? If they come to you in your office in Margao, I'm just saying.
Yeah. No. What has happened? How many institutions are there in total? Around say 50 to 60 institutions are there.
74.
74. Okay. So 74 people coming to our office would be a huge task, problem. Okay. Definitely for them also, for us as well, because we will be attending only one person at a time. Now, similar type of exercises we have also done with our government departments. I have shown you the circular as well. What we are doing is we are regularly having weekly meetings with the secretary, chief secretary, and secretary to the chief secretary, Mr. Pranav Bhatt. Your directorate of education, Mr. Shailesh Zingre sir is also attending those meetings. And around 12 ADEIs and around 91 schools, I guess, 91 government schools. We are assisting them. But how we are assisting them is out of one mechanism. What we have done is we have asked the government departments itself to choose around 4 to 5 people among yourself who would be coordinating with the department and bestowing the same knowledge to all rest of the institution. They come up with the problems, and we have formed one WhatsApp group as well. Whatever problems they have now, we have been added to that group temporarily. They post that in that group. We respond, we promptly respond. Sometimes we respond in an hour or two. And we make sure that whatever they are facing the difficulty is being sorted out. But we are communicating only with those 2, 3 or 4 people only. It is not that ki sister is also, see, whatever problem sister is having, the same problem will be seen by other sisters as well. So sister is asking, father is asking, no. You post that in that group, rest all the people are, I am also facing the same problem, kind of. We respond, it is reached to all. So instead of 70, 80 people coming to our office, and our office is already overcrowded, this is what I was saying, okay. So what I suggest, and now time is also very short of. What I suggest, you choose around 4 to 5 people who could be coordinating with each school. We communicate with them, they pass on the message, and we are also in that group. The group in which I am there, no? I and Mr. Mahavir is also there. Is in that group, Mr. Shailesh Zingre is also there. And one Mr. Amir Parab is also there. I don't know whether you are aware of it or not. He is also there. Like he is specifically assigned with this PF ka responsibility to ensure. So that would be like monitoring will also become very easy. Sister.
So, for the religious institution in Goa, there are 2 issues. One is there are employees employed by government aided school on contract basis, as Father was saying. Okay, which when they are employed in contract basis, management has no thing. Like they come as a government servant in my school, and as their tenure gets over within 1 year. There are, second issue is employees managed by the management, like private. So there are 2 issues, 2 different issues.
See, In both the issue, one thing is common, that they have not been enrolled either into GPF or NPS. So definitely those employees will also be enrolled into EPF. Now again, two questions will be there. They are appointed by Goa Directorate of Education. These are appointed by management. So of course, for management, point blank, I can say that they are enrollable and you will have to pay them PF. Okay, like financial liability lies upon you. With regard to government departments, what little knowledge I have, okay, what they are doing is they are asking you to put the requisition against that, and they are just modifying the salary part. They are saying that we are regulating the thing, we are not the appointment authority, or we are not like monitoring keenly, it is you. Ultimately the liability will be upon you only. Okay, but you can file the claim, if at all they are releasing, then it is well and good. Otherwise ultimate responsibility will be on the head of the department only, head of the school
Why
only.
I'm making this point regarding government is directly you also involved in which various developments are.
But we cannot take up all these matters with them, yeah. So it is the school who has to take up the matter with them. And of course I have seen 2-3 circulars of government department issued to the schools as well. I don't know, you have to tell me. Yes? To enroll all the contractual employees into EPF.
Yes.
So it is a good initiative by the government. Now you will have to ask them who will give them funds. Then it is clear, no, that you will have to remit.
Yeah, it is.
See, 12% will have to be deducted from his own salary. 12% to the extent of 15,000, which is 1800 rupees, that will have to be borne by the school only.
No, sir, according to religious institutions are not profit making.
That is all secondary system. Whether it is profit making or not profit making, you are deploying, you are paying them salary. If you are paying them salary, if they listen to you stating that we are not profit making and I will not pay you salary, then we will also not ask you PF. If they are taking salary, though you are a non-profit making institution, you will have to add little more to that and pay PF also. Father.
This is about pre-primary.
Yes,
Can we speak?
Yes,
Pre-primary. What is the basic salary for the pre-primary teachers? Just a minimum. Is management decides, or it differs from different religious schools, other schools?
Anybody?
Or anything government has to say something
No.
on that?
Management decides.
Management decides, no?
Management
Thank
decides
you.
for them.
Management decides. Okay, so what I suggest, if management decides, and now we are into the new financial year very soon, and you all would be planning to give them little hike as well. Okay, those who are continuing. So what I suggest, you have a meeting with them and say that instead of this particular amount, suppose you are paying them 10,000 rupees. Okay, you are paying them 10,000 rupees, you are supposed to deduct 1200. So again he will creep and say that you are paying me 8,800 rupees. Okay, so instead of doing that, if you are planning to give them the hike, make some mutual understanding and say that we will not hike your salary, but we will add 2,400 into your account, and that would be credited into your PF account instead of your bank account. 2,200, 2,400, we will hike your salary and we will pay to your PF account. So that's some adjustment you will have to make. It will be as good as, see, some people doesn't like that their TDS be deducted. But TDS is what? At the end of the year I will have to pay. Or every month you are deducting. So instead of it being given to me and then I make the payment, you are directly deducting the tax and giving me the rest of the amount. It is one and the same. So instead of giving him 10,000 in hand or in his bank account, you say that we will pay you 10,000 as usual, we will not hike your salary, and pay additionally 2,400 rupees, which will not be given into your bank account but in your PF account. So that would be your increment kind of. So, any other questions?
Last question.
No, you can ask. Second last also is good.
Because we have 10 minutes to go.
Sure.
Yeah. You addressing the congregation, the religious right now.
Yes, ma'am.
All religious are not having schools. Few religious. But
Okay.
other congregations are catering to old age homes, hospitals, then social centers. What have you to say for them? How they should be guided in line with this?
See, my advice to you would be the same. You enroll everyone. Okay. But if you don't want to enroll, for schools and hospitals, there is a schedule head, and invariably you will have to enroll them. There is no excuse at all. But for old age home and for the religious communities, okay, for them, if you are not enrolling, you will have to say, now sister said one thing, that those cooks are being paid out of the aided fund, something like that, okay, from some schools. So even if you are making the payment from your school to that particular old age home wherein you have deployed somebody, but you are paying them from this school fund, that means she is the employee of the school only. Even if she is working for some old age institution or some religious community, that excuse will not be there. So that needs to be taken care of. You have to ensure from which account you are paying them. If you have a separate account to spend towards old age home and for religious communities, which is specifically for stay of sisters, and the maid would be a domestic maid, okay, and you are been given some allocation, budget allocation, out of which you are making the payment, then again, if we want to insist, okay, we will say that no, it is a part of the society and society is covered. Likewise all this, so that will come later on in the worst case, I am saying. But as of now, you can put a hold to such employees. Yeah, so you had some same thing. Okay. So we had a very good discussion, but some sisters and all, either they understood everything or they didn't understand anything. Because whatever little they had, they got it more clear. So I don't know, this side, you understood everything, I will think that. Same queries only, okay. More knowledge, more confusion. So let us have less knowledge and less confusion.
Clerical.
But it should not be no knowledge, no confusion.
Clerical.
Contract staff.
Sir, you have given a suggestion of
No teaching.
committee. Former
High school.
committee. Will you able to be on that committee?
History English.
No, officially I
History
cannot be,
English.
I will be there to communicate
History
with them.
English.
Okay, you just choose some 4 to 5 people from your own this thing, who would be coordinating with all the rest of the institutions. We will be communicating with only those, है ना? वो easy भी रहेगा. 4 to 5 people, that's it. Otherwise, what happens? Everybody comes, and we will have to cater or tell them the same thing. To them also, to them also, to them also, like that. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
कौन सा लगे हो?
And they also not educated to
Recording.
but they are not educated.
Yes.
But they are from the salary
Yeah.
is gone.
1 and 9 minutes.
Because they jump on here and there.
Now that thing, what what father is saying is, most of the laborers are uneducated and they are like from tribal areas as well, that they come and work, maybe for gardening purpose or some security kind of thing. Okay, I can give you the example of recent fire incident that happened, Romeo Lane, Birch. Okay, what we have done is, the people who had died were also of that same category, and we have contacted them because the benefits were given by the state government to the tune of 5 lakh rupees, whatever was given to the beneficiaries. We got the number from the DC office and we tried contacting them, and we also contacted Father Joseph Nazareth, Jesuit father, who looks after your this thing, no, migrant workers, this thing. So we have coordinated with them also. Like, what happens, Father? Now, if the case is simple, like they work for 2-3 months, the amount is very, very less. They are also least bothered. The amount is with the government department. That is true. Okay, but we have made it very simple. Like now, what happens with the Aadhaar card? Only the registration takes place. So if he joins any other institution in future, he works for 2-3 months over here. He goes back to Bihar or Jharkhand or Orissa or wherever he is from. Anywhere he will work, no, he has to give his Aadhaar number, which is mandatory now. And when he gives his Aadhaar number, that time it will be shown that he was working in your establishment. You tell me any employee's Aadhaar number on my mobile only, I can log in and say that Father, he was working for so and so establishment. Father Joseph Nazareth also has called me so many times to ascertain where all they were working. Any employee for that matter. Okay. So what happens? Now that problem is gone. Suppose if he leaves and goes also, the money is safe with us. It is with the central government. It is not with some finance or some society or something like that. It is with the central government only. And that money, no, if he writes and gives that I have taken a loan from State Bank of India, you pay State Bank of India that amount. I have around say 25,000 into the PF account. Even if he writes and gives his signature tallies, his Aadhaar tallies, everything, State Bank of India, he gives the letter to State Bank of India that money is with the PF office. I authorize you to take that amount. State Bank of India cannot attach that account, PF account. Even State Bank of India cannot approach the court of law and say that it is his money. He has written and given. Okay, get the stay and get the charge of that amount. No. The PF amount with the EPFO, with my department, is free from any charge out of any court of law. No court of law can even charge or attach that amount. So money will be safe. If he rejoins somewhere, no, there the prompt will come that he is already having the UN number. And once that gets attached, this automatically goes transferred to his account. So it is one universal account number against one Aadhaar number that all his PF accounts are linked. So that should not be a problem. Of course, if he works for some 6 months, goes back, doesn't work at all, or opens his own business, doesn't claim that amount, yes, what you said is true, Father. So we'll close the session, Father, then. Yeah.
Just a question wherein employee, suppose now a person is being enrolled from a person from Orissa or Bihar, a person is working in our place, and then suddenly he runs away one day, suddenly they go.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
No, he can claim his amount.
So we have to put a...
No, nothing.
We have to...
It is his amount, he will claim it. Your intervention is not required for claiming.
No, not claiming, like to stop.
See, as per your service conditions, you will have to see for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. You will, whatever address is available on the Aadhaar, you will have to communicate to them. Are you going to, recall memo has to be sent. Are you coming back? Are you coming? Simply you can put date of exit after 1 or 2 months also. It is fair. So that is not an issue. It is as good as you are marking somebody coming into the establishment, marking exit who is going out of the establishment. Simple.
There was taken extraordinary leave for personal use and all. It's considered as
Extraordinary leave?
yeah, but for personal reasons.
No, that has nothing to do with this.
It goes
So, if anyone goes on a leave for a extraordinary leave, they take
You don't have to pay the pay. If you are paying them salary, my question would be, are you paying salary to those who are going for extraordinary leave?
No.
You are not
we
paying.
don't pay.
No salary is paid, no PF.
And what about GPF when we claim for the pension? Certain EOL they don't take into consideration if they are for personal reasons and all. Medical yes, but other personal reasons are not. So that does affect their 10 years of service.
Yes,
What
definitely.
about
Yes,
that?
yes.
It is
Yes.
part of it.
Yes, yes, yes. We take only contributory 10 years of service.
And now there's a new scheme added to it that they get a medical leave of 1 year also. That is a new nascent one.
Yes.
So that is considered when you're
Now, if you have not paid the salary,
Salary is paid by the government.
salary.
if salary is paid,
Paid.
then of course, yeah, we'll consider.
Management also has to contribute equally.
Yes, yes, yes.
But there is
Yeah.
leave also.
Yes. See, you just what I advise over here is now whatever questions are now coming up now are like how many employees go for EOL? Okay, how many employees run away and go? Okay, who has to? Let us concentrate on the 98% of the staff which are working, who are like regular, contributing. Don't worry about this 1 or 2% thing. That will come, obviously, that will come later. Let us first concentrate about these set of employees. How to extend the social security benefit to them. Okay, so what I expect is first you will have to take the EPF code number, the login credential. Ask your employees to generate universal account number. Calculate their wages from their respective date of joining. Okay, we will give one text file wherein it will calculate your total liability. Then that text file is the same format which has to uploaded online. Be prepared with the total amount payable to the department. So 5 to 6 steps are there. The initial step would be availing of code number. Okay, that for that certain documents are required, which would be your PAN card, then Aadhaar of the authorized signatory, or क्या है? Bank account details, digital signature, e-sign, that is with the Aadhaar based signature only. Proof of address is required, which would be like a telephone bill or electricity bill, or PAN card of the authorized signatory. Aadhaar and PAN card of the authorized signatory, PAN of the establishment, bank details of the establishment, and e-sign.
The salary should be below not.
Now up to 15, even if they are getting 25,000 also, below 15,000 in actuals.
Starting itself 25 also.
Yes, up to 15,000 you will have. If their salary is 8,000, 6,000, 7,000, on that amount, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000.
16,000 now.
16,000 is 15,000, 1,500. You have to enroll them to the extent of 15,000.
So, then pay the amount from where to pay?
Father Agnelo is sitting over here. You'll have to ask and catch hold of Father Agnelo, Sister Clarina also, and ask them from where to pay. What I suggest, you roughly calculate how much is the liability, let them decide. Okay, because what I got from Sister Clarina was, I was ascertaining that each establishment is roughly having how many employees. That information also Sister could not give me because most of the establishments have not provided the information. They will also not come to know how much would be our liability until you tell them that these are the employees who are not getting the social security benefit. Then next question is, how much is the salary that you are paying to them? Okay, so we can restrict the salary to 15,000 and ascertain certain liability. See, it is very simple. You all are HODs of certain institutions. You are having two set of employees. One is covered under GPF and NPF. Let us exclude them. Majority of employees under that only. Okay, 1 or 2 or 3 employees are there, which Sister Clarina or Sister would not be able to know. It is you who has to give the detail. You are having 2, you are having 3, you are having 4, you are having 5. Okay, how much salary? The next question is how much salary you are paying them? 8,000, 3,000, 15,000, 16,000 like that. Those who are getting more than 15,000, you restrict the salary to 15,000 only. Give the details to them. They will calculate the total salary. Of that, they will calculate 13%, which is their liability. That's all. But if you don't give the information, it will be difficult for the management to decide. whether to include the religious communities, whether to include the old age, or let us do only the statutory part, which is financial liability would be this much. So you have to supply the information to them.
If you keep